Guys out there. Okay, so it's Sunday, March 11th, and I've had a couple of interesting days to say the least. I think it was Friday morning. I woke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Sorry, I'm trying to balance this on the steering wheel. And completely empty parking lot, like 50 places to park. And I've got a car 10 feet in front of me at 4 a.m. And you know, the engine's on. They're sitting there for like 5-10 minutes. So they woke me up, and so I turn on my car and I get in the front seat, and they take off like a bat out of hell. And I followed them a good 2 miles at a pretty good clip, and they pulled into a private driveway. And so I went down to I just kept driving through, and then I could see them pull out of the driveway and go the other way. So it wasn't their residence that they pulled into. They were just amazed that I came after them. And then the other morning I went to, amazingly, to Del Taco over here to get a coffee because I just didn't want to handle the street theater at McDonald's. And they were closed. So it said, that the drive-through was open. So I go, there's a guy in front of me, big strapping guy, probably like 6'4", 6'5", 280 pounds, big He-Man guy, strong, brave, whatever. And he's just sitting there for like 5 minutes. So, of course, I'm like wasting gas behind him. And then I pull up after he pulls up, and there's a note on the drive-through that says, that they're closed for whatever reason. I forgot what it was, but he had to make sure that I was burning my gas, and a little intimidation factor in there. So these great big men, that pick on women that are alone, I think you're cowards. And the fact that you isolate people, and you pick on very young boys, or you pick on very middle-aged women or elderly women that are alone, that aren't married, is very telling. And I think that if you think I'm not going to hop up in my front seat and come after you, you're sadly mistaken. I will prosecute. I will go to the police. I will do whatever I have to do within the law to make sure that you get the message. So that was my week this week, and it's raining here, and I'm just sitting in the car, and I'm relaxing. And had a meltdown yesterday, but I think when you're a targeted individual, anyways, for me, that happens once in a while, where you just have to cry it out. It gets to be a lot when you see your world, in such a different way than you ever did before. I mean, I spent 52 years believing that my country was good, that my country was honest, that my government, for the most part, was, honest and trying. They were trying. And to go through something like this, and to reach out to federal agencies to get help, and to have them just blatantly say that they can't help you, is also very telling. And I wanted to bring something else up. I've read some comments, that people have posted to me. And I said this once before in one of my videos, where if something is true, if something is honest, that it is going to be spoken outright. There's not going to be some kind of cryptic message like go to the sacred mountain in the north, or, do this, and, inferences. Don't believe that stuff, guys. I mean, if someone's got something to tell you, they're going to look right at you, and they're going to tell you. And I don't see that a lot anymore. I don't see around me people that are honest, that are straightforward. And I know I've been causing some ripples, by posting on YouTube, and also filed a police report or a sheriff's report. So, I mean, it's really interesting, this program, to be a targeted individual, to be so isolated from everyone and everything, and then to have handlers. I ran into my ex-handler the other day, and you could just see the frustration on his face for me speaking so honestly, because I live in my car. This is how it is. I mean, I'm blacklisted. I have a degree. I have tons of bills, and I've been told if I want to work, I need to take it up the ass. And I mean, literally, I think they mean that literally. And I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to play this game of, I'm going to try to be a good person and never cause any problems, because I'm at the civil disobedience point right now, and this country has forgotten that we have a constitution that protects every U.S. citizen, not just a selected few. They can make it that way. It is that way, but that is not what the Constitution says. And my rights are being violated. I'm never going to not speak up about that. I have said before, I'm willing to leave the country. I'm not going to do it without some money, some restitution. I'm highly disappointed in this country. I will never tell you something that's not true, and I am very disappointed in our government officials and this web that they weave. Once you're flagged, once you're on that list, it's your life is a living hell. It truly is a living hell. And I mean, I was told I could, if I wanted to go on medication and go on disability, that, I could have a basically normal life. That was the threat given to me. And so instead, I sleep in a car very uncomfortably, and I just say it like it is. So if you don't like that, and it seems that whatever these, I don't even know if you can call them human. I have yet to see, when I look in some of these people's eyes, anything. They're blank. There's no. It's like you're not even looking at a soul, and it's unnerving. I mean, it's very unnerving trying to navigate this without, and we are social creatures. If you're a human being and you have feelings, and I find a lot of targeted individuals I listen to online, they're very compassionate people. I used to be that way. I hope I don't turn into one of them. I hope I don't get to be like them. That is my worst fear. And it's a balancing act, of being polite still, and being truthful, and not taking any crap. If you're going to park in front of me and you're going to intimidate me, and I know it's blatant targeting, then get ready, because I'm gonna ask you what you're doing, and I'm gonna come after you, and I'm gonna call the police or whatever I have to do. So that's it for this week. I hope everyone's safe. I hope I hope I hope this all ends. I do. I really hope for everyone it ends.